Welcome to the Performance Banker Podcast. You'll hear banking industry experts providing unique insights and expertise to help bankers achieve higher performance, obtain outstanding results, and gain a competitive advantage. Here's your host, Tonya Gossage.
You're in your job, you're working every day. Your manager comes to you and asks you to do some things that you've not ever done before. Is that growth? Is that being stretched out of your comfort zone? Whatever you may call it. Things sometimes that you get asked to do could stretch you completely out of your comfort zone. And it could be that is called growth. There's no way around it. Growth should be uncomfortable. And for many, growth is uncomfortable. I've been days away from home currently. Gosh, a week and a half I've been gone. I've attended, I've been in Vegas. I've gone through the Financial Brand Forum. I've been in Miami going through a Leadership Essentials Conference. And my head is so full of content. But I want to talk to you about, because all I've heard over the last several days is talking about change, putting people in the financial institution, things that they need to start doing that is definitely going to be uncomfortable to them, and then as business owners, things that people need to do that is absolutely uncomfortable to them as well, as we go through this ever-changing evolution of what we call the world of change. And so, when we get uncomfortable, that's where the magic happens. When you're thinking and you're constantly doing, and that forces you completely out of your comfort zone, that's an indicator that you are exactly where you need to be. Because you're being stretched this way and that way and this way. That is a great place to be. Because there's a concept that I want to talk to you about today, and that concept is called the 4 C's. And that concept is courage, confidence, commitment, and conversion. And the first one that I really want to talk about here, and I've got my notes here in front of me, is courage. That's the first C. The act of courage, it can definitely be very uncomfortable. But it's the very first step towards something that is truly remarkable. And you have to trust that you're making the best decision for what you need to do in the moment. You have to take courage in making new decisions. You have to take courage in taking the next step. The first step to power through change or handle new experiences is to have courage. Courage is not about giving up. You can't take 10 steps towards positive change and then say, this road is too hard. I can't do it. I'm done. You got to keep going forward. You got to have the courage to keep doing what's hard, because that's where the magic takes place. And courage is about having humility. It's recognizing that you don't know what you don't know. I'll just have to admit, there's things that I walk into almost on a daily basis that I don't know what's going to happen when I get into that situation, but you just do it. You just walk into the situation with courage, and you'll be surprised at how things just come together and come together for the good of you. Going into it with a positive mindset, because if you go into it with limiting beliefs, what you think is what you get. What you do is what you get. So you have to believe, and you have to have courage that walking into any situation, any circumstance, that it's going to work out for the good, for the best of you. And so, even though you don't know what you don't know, it's okay. It's the mental act of self-awareness, and it's the physical act of putting yourself in a position to learn. It's okay not to know something. That's what learning is all about. And without courage, there is no learning, there is no action, and you are going to stay stagnant. You can't move, you can't grow. You're not going to move into new positions without that learning, without that courage of moving forward. So have the courage to take the first step towards the requirement of growth. And then the second one is confidence. Not only do you have to have courage, but you have to have confidence. That's the second C. And once you demonstrate the courage and something that works, you're now going to have that confidence to keep moving, because you do one thing that's a little bit uncomfortable. You have the courage to move to that one thing that's a little bit uncomfortable. It's going to get a little bit easier, and it's going to give you the strength and the confidence and the courage to just keep moving just a little bit more. And because you've already seen what you can accomplish, you're going to know that you can accomplish it again and again and again and again. It's like one of the things that I think about, let's talk about shooting free throws from the free throw line in basketball. You go out there, obviously when you first start, you may not hit very many baskets, but the more that you practice, the more confidence and the more courage that you're going to get by repeating that process, the more confidence that you're going to get as other people who are maybe in the audience that are saying great job. They're maybe complimenting you, they're clapping for you, they're rooting you on. That's going to give you the confidence to help you keep moving just a little bit further. Do what you're scared to do and watch your confidence grow. I'll go back to a vacation that I took with my granddaughter and her best friend over the summer. We went on a helicopter ride. I faced my fear back year before last of getting on my very first helicopter. This helicopter that we got on was a smaller helicopter, and they had not been on one at all. And so I said, let's go face this fear. Let's get on this helicopter. I'd been on one, but again, this one was smaller. It was a little bit different. And, our confidence grew, and we had so much fun. As soon as we got off late, we said, let's go get in line to do it again. And so we paid to go get in line to do it again. It was that phenomenal. So you have to face the fear, and you gain the confidence, whether it's in speaking, whether it's in training, whatever that may be. So take the first step with courage, so that you can build up that confidence. And that confidence is what's going to allow you to take the necessary steps to move through the discomfort of growth. Confidence is also going to help, confidence is also a requirement of massive action. And if you aren't confident in yourself, you're not going to put all of your energy and efforts towards the goal. So you have to start getting to where that you do the small things that's going to lead to the bigger thing that, again, helps you build towards that confidence. And so maybe you even have to ask yourself, what are those things that you're telling yourself that is keeping you from fully believing that you can truly achieve something? What is that thing that's keeping you back? And confront that thing, and then move past that, and be committed to figuring that thing out, and then having the courage and the confidence then to commit to whatever that is and giving that a try. That's the third C, commitment. You must fully commit to moving through courage, confidence, as you move through the decision to change. You must commit to taking action so that you can make yourself uncomfortable, yet ultimately stretching your belief about what is possible. So again, commit to the action, stretch yourself so that you can have the courage, have the confidence, the commitment to ultimately stretch your belief so that you can get to the place that you can believe that it is possible. So let's talk about that a little bit more here. So to have a fully committed you, to have a fully committed team, those of you that maybe supervise a team, you have to be an example and be fully committed to yourself, to your team, but you also have to be committed to your growth. You also have to be committed to leadership. You have to be committed to, we leadership. You know, there's many roadblocks that could cause you to not fully commit to this process, such as the fear of looking stupid. I have sometimes felt that way, being wrong, failing, or simply being uncomfortable. However, if you truly want to develop as an individual, you have to commit to being uncomfortable, and you have to commit to doing things fast. You know, as I attended this class, we talked about feeling dumb, feeling stupid, not showing up right, being afraid of success, having fear of success, which is pretty much the same as being afraid, or having people say that you're not the right person to be promoted in a job, or failing at that job and being demoted. People were talking about, what if they get promoted and they can't do it? They fear that. And, you know, you just have to go and you have to do the very best that you can. Set aside the limiting beliefs, because you will do what you think you can do. Think you can be successful and you will be successful. Think that you will fail and you will fail. And there's so much to that. You can call that law of attraction. You can call that the success of God, whatever you want to call it. But your subconscious mind is so powerful. And I can tell you that you bring that negative in, and that negative is going to happen. And so the other one, the last C, is conversion. Conversion is the multiplier of the 4 C's, because it builds upon the courage, the confidence, and the commitment. It strengthens all of those, and it strengthens the leadership abilities to become so strong that any problems being experienced will seem so small in comparison to the bigger problems that you want to solve in the future. You know, keep the main thing the main thing. Focus on your goals. Focus on what you want to achieve. And have the courage and the confidence and the commitment to go after it, whatever it is. Master courage and confidence. go after everything that you want.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to download and subscribe wherever you get your shows. Find more content on our YouTube channel. Link is in the show notes. This podcast is sponsored by GossagePerformanceConsulting.com.